Alright, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rachak, Radash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of GMS, to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. GMS precepts, Nazar Khad. Real quick, this is from an article, a news article or a website I just found. It's called thegatewaypundit.com. I'm going to leave this description. I'm going to leave this article in the description box. You can check out this article and just look around this website. It looks like some decent alternative news. But as you can see from the numbers, it says only 150 Americans to date with no pre-existing conditions have died from the coronavirus, or 0.9%, less than 1%. And this is dated April 10th. Right now it's, what is it, April 12th, right? So 2 days, 2 days ago. So as of 2 days ago, only 150 Americans have died with that had no pre-existing issues, no pre-existing conditions. Now it says, I'm gonna scroll down here. Very few Americans are dying to date from the coronavirus who had no pre-existing conditions. Based on the most recent data, this number will shock you. So I'm gonna scroll down. First of all, as of this morning, April 10th, 2020, there are 16,697 Americans who have died and 96,000 worldwide. So basically 17,000 Americans have died, right? And here's a chart here. 468,895 cases. Deaths 16,697. Now mind you, this number is overly inflated already, but we're just going to go by these numbers because you have doctors that are told to put down on the death certificate that the cause of death is the coronavirus without actually confirming it. Okay, so these numbers are totally overinflated, right? So, but because if somebody has a pre-existing anyway, so that's another video. But we'll go by the number they're giving us: 16,000, almost nearly 1,700 or 17,000 Americans have died, right? So if you scroll down here, it says, but this data is misleading because the most recent data shows that only 9% of deaths related to the coronavirus are related to individuals with no comor- comor- comorbidity or pre-existing conditions, right? So let's go down here. So it says COVID-19 fatality rate by comorbidity. I can't say that word. Or pre-existing conditions. So if you scroll down here, look, pre-existing condition, death rate, all cases. This is the number we want to look at, or this is the side of the chart we want to look at, right? Cardiovascular disease, 10.5%. Now this represents the chances of you dying by percentage, right? So if you have any cardiovascular disease and you get the coronavirus or COVID, you've got a 10.5% chance of dying. Diabetes, 7.3 chance. Chronic respiratory disease, 6.3. Hypertension, 6%. Excuse me, I had to pause the video, but I'm back. So I'll go over it again. Chronic respiratory disease, 6.3%. Hypertension, 6% chance of dying, right? Cancer, 5.6% of dying. Now it says here, no pre-existing conditions. You've got a 0.9% chance of dying. Okay, you've got a 0.9% chance of dying. Okay, so that's less than 1%. That means if you have no pre-existing conditions, you have a 99% chance. You have a 99% survival chance of surviving. Now, you can have these disease. Now, obviously, the real mortality rate is if you're up there in age because of the weakened immune system, right? But or if you're an infant or a toddler, a child under 2, 3 years old, if you get the COVID, if you get any illness, you've got a higher chance of dying because you've got a weakened immune system. Now, if you are 20, 30, 40s, if you're, if you're around that age and you have any of these issues, you've got a better chance of surviving than a somebody that's in their 80s, right, or 70s. Like, I believe in Italy, where they had the most cases. I believe America took that over. Matter of fact, where's Italy? Right here. Italy, yeah. So we recently got surpassed by Spain and America as a area with the most deaths, right? But um, Italy has got 18,000 deaths. The what do you call it? The death rate, the average age of the people that died were 80.5 years old. Excuse me. We're 80.5 years old, which is something, once again, they didn't really tell you in the news. Why? Because they want to continue. They know the powers that be, they know the way to control people is through fear. That's how you control people, through fear. If they tell you that, well, don't worry, the average age of people that died are 80, and, if you don't have any pre-existing conditions or issues as far as your health, you've got a real good chance of surviving. No, they don't want to tell you that. They want to withhold that from you because they know that's how you control people. So there you go. That's what's going on, man. If you don't have any pre-existing conditions, you've got a 99% chance of surviving. Now, therefore, based on the data, only 150 Americans have died from the coronavirus who had no pre-existing conditions out of 17,000. Now this makes a good point here. It says, so the U.S. has to shut down its entire economy because of the coronavirus based on 17,000 deaths, which is less than this year's deaths related to the flu. Okay, so more people die from the flu than have died from this coronavirus, and only 150 deaths were individuals where individuals had no other pre-existing conditions. So why are we committing economic suicide again? So that's, pretty a rhetorical question, being funny, right? But there you go. Only 150 deaths were people with no pre-existing issues. 17,000 deaths in total, which like I explained in the beginning of the video, that number is totally overinflated. But let's go by their numbers. Even by their totally overly inflated numbers, this is still low. And I've got the numbers of deaths by flu from October 1st, 2019 to April 4th, 2020. 24,000 to 62,000 flu deaths. This is the cases, medical visits, da da da. This is the deaths of the flu. So by these numbers, you can draw your own conclusion, right? Why the hell? We already know, because this is a easy way to introduce the New World Order, right? One video I saw, brother posted up. You should worry more about what's going to come after the coronavirus than the coronavirus itself, which is a good point. Because after this coronavirus, they're going to bring in all sorts of legislation, strip you of your constitutional rights, and they're going to start locking down. Man, this is basically going to be the Trojan horse to introduce the New World Order. And you got people that are going to line up for the New World Order. Hell, you know what? The New World Order is pretty much here already. I don't see them coming back to. I don't see the society going back to normal after this. You know, maybe it will, but me personally, I don't see it. I hope it doesn't, because if it doesn't, that means we're closer to being delivered up out of here, man. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave this article here in the description box. Brothers could check out this website. Some pretty good stuff. All right, so that's pretty much it. Lord willing, your brothers are edified. Until the next show, shalawam.